Hello there and welcome to Loco for Leeds. It's my channel where we talk all things Leeds United. I'm George, welcome along to the channel, and today we are previewing the home game. It's another home game against Watford this Saturday. Look, we badly need a win, don't we, Leeds fans? We badly need it. It was an improved performance at Elland Road last Saturday against West Ham. Obviously, you know, when you looks out, an own goal. Shame about the deflection. I think that shot actually deflected twice from Bowen on the way in. And then the last minute, you know, when we're down there, out on us luck, nothing's going for us, those sort of things happen, don't they? Last minute goals, own goals. It was disappointing, wasn't it? But it was a really hard one to take on Saturday against West Ham. But we're back. That's the nature of football. There's always another game around the corner, isn't there? And this one is Watford at Elland Road. Like I say, another home game. 2 home games in a week. We need to win this one, don't we? It's a must win. As, you know, for me, Newcastle was. We didn't win. West Ham was. We lost. So this one is massive. We need a win here, Leeds fans, don't we? And for me, we will get it on Saturday. This is the day that we get our first win and our season gets going. So, you know, let's talk about team news then. Obviously, Bielsa spoke, didn't he, in his press conference? And good news, you know, for a change, really. Diego Llorente is back in. Obviously, Strauch is back after his suspension. And for me, we have missed him. It will mean, I think, that Charlie Cresswell and Leon Cooper both step out of the starting 11. I do think we will see Llorente and Strauch partner each other. And for me, that is Bielsa's preferred centre-back pairing. I think it is anyway, but obviously there's still, as much as the good news with Llorente and Strauch back in, there is bad news, of course. Bamford is still out, so Rodrigo will still lead the line, and Forshaw is still out, as if he was ever going to be fit to play this season. Elland, more importantly, really, is still out as well. So you'd kind of expect probably Dallas to resume his position at sort of, in the team. I think Shackleton played right back, didn't he, on Saturday? And for me, Shackleton and Cresswell were 2 sort of shining lights out of that game. And Shackleton, he looked good link-up play with Rafinha down that right side. So you'd expect him to keep his position as Luke Ayling continues to recover from that injury picked up at Newcastle a few weeks ago now. So yeah, we're looking again a little bit light still, but the more importantly is, you know, Llorente, Strauch coming back in, bolsters the back line really, and I will run through my predicted starting 11 in the at the end of the video. But let's just talk a little bit about Watford then. You've got to be pleased as a Watford fan. I don't know if anybody's watching, any Watford fans are watching, but you're very welcome if you are. Welcome along. You know, let's hope you don't enjoy the game Saturday, to be honest. But yeah, let's have a look at Watford. 7 points from the first 6 games, and you've got to be pleased with that as a newly promoted side. You know, they've won 2. So far, they've drawn 1. That was on the weekend against Newcastle, wasn't it? A 1-1 draw by all accounts. Newcastle should have probably won that one, but it was a draw, and then they've lost 3. So the wins have come against Norwich and Villa on the opening day. So yeah, you know, for me, Watford are a funny side. It's a funny team. In the fact that they just seem to continuously change the personnel of the starting 11. They seem to play around all the time with their formations. I think the manager just seems to change up. He hasn't quite found his right starting 11, his right formation for this season yet, really. Looks like they're continuously changing. They've got forever changing the personnel over the years in the playing positions. It's a funny team. They've got flair. They've definitely got flair. They can hurt us with Ismail Assar in particular. But Emmanuel Dennis has started his Watford career very well. Got a few goals, hasn't he? A couple of goals, I think. And obviously Sarr has got a few. Josh King can be dangerous on his day. I thought Sissoko was a really smart signing from Tottenham. Danny Rose as well in the back in the back four. They've got the spine of the team is decent. Obviously Foster's a very experienced goalkeeper if he plays. The other Austrian lad will probably most likely be in the goal for Saturday. But yeah, they've got a decent sort of spine of the team, but they're constantly playing around with it, and you don't know. For me, I mean, looking into the Watford squad, I don't know who's going to be there next year, who signed this summer, I don't. It's constantly changing. It's constantly changing. Is that squad, and they can't really have that much cohesion. I know Cleverley plays at number 10. And he's still batting on, isn't he, in the Premier League? Obviously played in the Championship last season for them. But I predict Watford to go down. I did at the start of the season. I think they will get relegated. Just for the simple fact there's no cohesion in the team. Like I said, constantly changing the personnel. They're constantly changing the formation. And for me, that probably works out. He's looking at the squad, at the team they're playing. He's probably been looking at us this week thinking, what formation shall I play? What kind of personnel shall I play? For me, that doesn't work. You've got to have a settled formation, more of a settled team. And they have got dangerous players. Like I say, Dennis is a good player. Sarr is one, definitely to watch. Sissoko will be combative and he will, break up our attacks in that midfield. But... yeah, look, for me, you look at the Watford team and you think, so many different names, so many different faces, who's going to play? I don't even know. It's one of them teams that I think will eventually get relegated. They will slip down. Like I said, by all accounts, they were a bit lucky to get away with a draw against Newcastle at Vicarage Road last weekend. And I think Leeds, it's all about Leeds, isn't it? We're going to win this game. No doubt about it. I'm very confident about this one. I was a little bit nervous about the West Ham game. As it proved, we played pretty well. We should have put away our chances and we win that game. If he puts that one in the second half, we probably win that at 2-0, don't we, really? But it's a crushing blow at the end with Antonio, who's on form, but you can't give him that amount of space. Obviously, Shackleton, I said he played well. He did just have that slight little bit of hesitance as Antonio poked it past him and then poked it in. We've got to be more. We just have to be more. It was a bit naive, wasn't it, really? But the young lads, Cresswell played fantastically well, I thought. He will get dropped for this one, but he'll be on the bench, I'm pretty sure. He'll be in and around the team this season. Of course, he will, more than he was last time. Obviously, he was on the bench quite a lot. I do think we'll see him easily step into the starting 11 because he's proven it. He's proven he can do that. And I was reading about Bielsa, as soon as West Ham's goal went in the last minute, he said, "Get yourself up the pitch, try and get a goal." Because obviously he's a big fella, he's a tall lad. But we'll see more of him. It was a good league debut, wasn't it, for him? But I do think Llorente's massive for us. If he's recovered from that injury, which I'm sure he has, if Bielsa's declaring him fit, we will see him start on Saturday. And I just think we're going to win this one. It's about time we had a win. Going into the international break with 7 without a win would be disastrous. We're already in the relegation zone. It's early days. There's no need to panic, is there? But we just need to get that first win, because the first win will then start to rise in confidence. The first win against Watford on Saturday, we start to rise in confidence. It's an international break, the lads go away, play for the countries, then you come back, you're buzzing out, you want to get back in, you want to get that game back in against Southampton in a couple of weeks' time, and hopefully continue back up the table. It's been a tough start for us. But it's about time we had some joy and a little bit of luck, maybe. One of those chances goes in. Rafinha looked bright. Great goal, wasn't it? First time effort. It was fantastic. But yeah, for me, we're going to win this game. There's no need to panic just yet. But, we've got injuries coming back in. Diego and Pascal Straucher, a massive coming back into the team. Once Elland, Bamford, everybody gets back in, we'll be okay. You know, no need to panic just yet. I believe we'll win this game, and I'm going to go for a big win. Actually, I'm going to go for Leeds 3, Watford 0. Get them back for that playoff final defeat all those years ago. There hasn't actually been that many meetings between the two sides ever, really. I think there's 26 times in all the club's histories, both club histories that they've met. Obviously not for a while. The last one was in the FA Cup. I think it was 2014. Watford won 1-0. That's Scott Wootton own goal. That was the last time we played them. We were always different divisions, aren't we, really, from Watford? But I've seen some decent games between the two teams down the years at Elland Road. Not only that one, that 3-3 draw. Troy Deeney was always a thorn in our side, but obviously now he's at Birmingham, so he will no longer be able to score in this fixture. So that's good news for us, isn't it? But anyway, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your predicted lineup. What's your score prediction? Are you